Well, good morning, boys and girls, and this is a quick update on what I've been working on. I haven't done a whole lot the last few weeks. I've had other projects going on at home, which are finally getting wrapped up, or in the process of wrapping up the rest of it with my boat nightmare, or boat trailer nightmare anyway. But as far as models go, I had started a model for a group build. NYS Modeling, which is on YouTube, which I will show you here. He is doing a 2023 Pro Street group build, and I decided I wanted to do something for that because I've always liked Pro Street cars and big blowers and giant tires. So I chose to take a normal kit and hack it up, which it's been a while since I've kit bashed anything, so maybe that was a huge mistake. But the kit I chose was the 1/20th scale 1970 AMX. This is an old MPC kit, and you know, it's the usual MPC nightmare. Somebody there was just obsessed with steerable front ends back in those days. So, but that actually went together pretty easily. I've been struggling really with tubbing the thing out. I cut up the chassis. I was trying to retain most of the chassis in the stock gas tank, which worked okay, but I was having trouble with getting the wheel tubs in. And I was working with Plastruct, sheet Plastruct. I usually make stuff out of paper first to get the shapes that I need, and then I'll go back in and cut it out of sheet plastic. And it just was just going every which way, sideways really is the best way to put that. It just wasn't working. So I was pretty bummed out about it and about ready to throw in the towel. And I talked to my buddy Chuck Darnell, and he said, use cardboard stock. And I said, well, you know, I am using that to draw out the templates. He goes, no, you do that for your permanent wheel tubs. Just cut them out of cardboard stock and glue them in there. And I thought about it, and I've done stuff like that a long time ago, but it's been a while, and I said, really, that works? And he's like, yeah, you know, when I was doing drag cars and kit bashing drag cars, I did that all the time to, you know, to get the wheel wells correct. And that's what I did, and I did it in about 10 minutes, and it worked out pretty good. So, and the cool thing with that is you can trim it and shape it to whatever you need. I did end up removing more and more of the chassis, and I had to reshape the stock gas tank some for tire clearance. My buddy Jim 3D printed some tires because there's no 1/20th scale is such an obscure scale that there's really nothing out there. So I had these tires printed. They're 3D printed, and they're Mickey Thompsons with some racing rims on them. And Jim did a great job, and I really could not have done this project without his help. And so a big shout out to him. Thank you so much for doing that. But you can see inside of here, you can see my cardboard stock wheel wells. And probably what I'm going to do is make a cover and a piece, you know, cover that goes out and then straight down, cover up that back seat area, because there's really no back seat on those things anyway. But I don't know how well it's going to look when I paint the cardboard stock, and there's still some gaps in there, you know, where you can't fill it perfectly. So that's probably what I'm going to do there is make a cover. This would be a model that you would take to an IPMS show to just piss everybody off, because if you flip it upside down and look at it, it's just a nightmare getting those tubs in there. But it's done, and it's sitting on its wheels. And the front end, I just had to modify just a little bit really on the spindles to get all that to work, but that's all in there. The engine is built. I don't have it out of the box right now, but that part's built, which is weird too. The blower setup is very strange on it. It has a huge riser under the blower, which you can even see here on the box, which is, I don't know, I think somebody just made that part up just because they needed to get the motor high enough to stick out of the hood. So anyway, so this thing is in base coat right now. You can see it's all very flat. When that gets candy put over top of it, it'll be nice and sparkly. Of course, the tires and rims are just in the color they were printed in, so they're transparent right now, which is kind of cool looking. But they'll get painted up, and they'll look like normal tires and rims here soon. So that's what's going on with that. I've got some other projects going too, which I'll discuss in another video later. But I will do some quick shout outs real quick here, and a second shout out to my buddy Gary Seeds. This is Gary's new shop card, which is really cool. And his models are just so nice, and his artwork is nice, and it's got his artwork on the back side of it, which I really like his stuff. I've got some of Gary's stuff on my wall up here. He sent me these posters way back in 2009 there, but that's some of his artwork that I've got up there that's been back here in my lab all this time. So anyway, so thank you, Gary. Appreciate that, and always good talking to you and looking at your work. And the other thing, I got this Minion sitting here for a reason. Another really good builder I think you guys should check out, Model Car Minion. He is also on YouTube under that name, and so I put this Minion there. Of course, I like Minions anyway. I like this one because it farts. You know, there's nothing better than a farting Minion. So anyway, so shout out to him. Check out his channel. He does a lot of good work on a lot of different things. So I like guys that are multifaceted, because I like to build a lot of different things. He does a lot of Roth figures. He's got some egg planes. Those things are really cool. Some military stuff, a lot of cool car models and stuff. And I think he really started building a whole lot again after he retired 6 or 7 years ago. So he's got a pretty unique collection of stuff. I really like his work, and a really nice guy. So check him out too when you get a chance. And again, if I still have some shop cards, if anybody wants one, you can email me. It's Rat Daddy Studios. Make sure you put the S on the end there, at gmail.com. And just give me a shout, and I'll be glad to send you a shop card out as soon as I can. And other than that, and if you guys, anybody else has shop cards that I haven't made contact with, I love getting them too. So I love getting stuff in the mail anyway, in packages. So anyway, so if you got a shop card that I don't have yet, please contact me. I'd love to have it to add to the collection. I'm going to eventually find a wall space to put all those things out together, so recognize all you guys. And I appreciate the ones that all of you have sent me so far. But that's it for now. I'll have some updates later on a few other projects that I'm working on. I do have a few other things in the work, but for now, just been kind of focusing on this AMX. So now I think things will really start to come together here. I can get the chassis, now that everything's been mocked up, blow it all back apart, get everything back together sturdy and painted, and start getting that all back together, and then reworking the interior. So it'll come along. I think most of the basic components I've got laid out. So we'll see how that goes in the next few weeks. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I will catch you again real soon with some more updates on some other projects I'm working on. Have a good rest of the week and a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for coming by.